Alrighty then, so now that I have officially restarted the game and got myself back up to where I was, following multiple issues I had with my laptop at the time of doing this Let's Play, I'm all caught up now, so let's get on with our second Championship Series event, which is the Winding Road Grand Prix. And the tracks we are going to are Sunrise Valley Downtown, Interstate Loop, Airport Terminal 1 and 2, and Palm Bay Marina for the finale. 4 races, 12 points up for grabs potentially, and I know precisely what car it is I'm using. Now, I've already used a lot of these cars up to this point, or most of them. I could use the cop car, but I want to save that for another day, so I'm going to use the car I know I've not used yet, and that's this. And as for colour, well, yeah, why not? We'll have this thing in black. And manual transmission, yep. Let's drive the sport car, since it is the only car in this game, aside from the cop car, that I have not yet driven. Welcome to Sunrise Valley Downtown. And for our competition, we have a coupe with a pickup and an SUV as our competition, and already off to an electrifying start. So I guess that means the sport car has a habit of getting good starts. And out goes the coupe, for now at least. But he'll be back in this pretty soon, because, well, the AI don't tend to let the player get too much of an advantage. Fuck me. Well, it was nice to know I had the lead when I did. And I did manage to build up enough of a margin to the point of where I knew I would hold on to the lead. And braking early for that right-hander because I figured if I was going to make it through, I had to stop on the brakes, so I would not be in the fucking... How did I avoid that truck? I would never know. But I'm pretty sure in that instance I was literally just asking for an accident. And using the boost tank for the first time all race long, not using too much of it because I don't feel it's time yet. And the SUV now moves up to second, so I'm going to assume the coupe must have had another wreck somewhere. Whilst I am doing my best to not power slide into the traffic or drift. But anyways, moving away from the rest of the field as it currently stands, and stepping on the brakes there because I'm trying to thread my way through the traffic. That I can definitely say was a pincer's movement. A pincer's movement that really failed but somehow didn't. And interval now, 4.8 seconds. So, TLDR is I'm leading a bit. Oh, fuck me. Well, I was leading comfortably, and I have a feeling I still am because the AI don't seem to have any heat on me. So, still get a 3-second advantage. This is also the final lap of race 1. And now I can... Oh shit, okay. I've had quite a few near misses in this race, and yet surprisingly, in the end of it all, I've only crashed twice. I've only crashed in this race twice, and I've not had any more than that. I'm leading by 6.5 seconds. That's awesome, by the way. Okay. Drifting through that right-hander to victory in race 1, driving the sports. Okay, everything seeming to run normally on my laptop for now. Anyways, I'm just gonna get some clickbait here, because I figure since this is the first race, I might as well get some clickbait on a track that officially I have not raced on before. So I'm going to try and see if I can get a full lap and see what shots I can get of this thing. Maybe there'll be adequate shots, maybe not, but either way, it's still a shot nonetheless. And I think I just saw the peak. Okay, he's right behind me. Get that shot. Anyways, getting a full lap of clickbait, so I have some evidence for the masses over what car it was I used. Okay, I think that will do it. So, best overall lap time, third best total time, and I've also set the record for drift as well as driving in oncoming traffic, with both 600 and 1300 feet respectively in both departments. So there we go. Race 1 is done. And an overall score of 4.8 million. So 3 points to me, 2 points to the coupe, and 1 point to the SUV. He was now looking to redeem himself from the 0 point from the nil point he scored in the Pacific Gate Grand Prix. So let's now move on to race 2. I think I've got enough clickbait evidence for me to get a thumbnail of some sort, but dependent on knowing if it will be a good one or not remains to be seen. But anyways, time for Interstate Lead. And I believe when I originally did this, I actually had a perfect race. And what that means is, I had a perfect race because I did not crash, basically. That's my definition of having a perfect race in this game. Just not having an accident of any sort with the traffic or the AI, or anything else around me for that matter. So, going well so far at least, but I don't want to jinx it. And on the brakes, I almost went into the back of that SUV, and I'm now steadily pulling away from the pack behind me and swerving my way through the traffic. It does look as though, unless I make an abundance of mistakes on the final lap, I will probably go onwards to win this race with relative ease. I'm also just waiting for that moment to use the boost. So here I am now, topping out at 149 miles an hour, basically 150, more or less. And I am slowly pulling away from the opposition. Okay then. So, pulling away from the rest of the field now, it looks like. And, wow. I made a perfect corner entry through that. Something I did not think was going to happen, but somehow it has. And, right then. So, final corner. Now, onto the front stretch. This is where things are really going to get hasty with the traffic, as we now begin the final lap here on the interstate loop, and I am right in a gaggle of traffic. And everything is going very smoothly at the moment. Can I make this a perfect run? I hope so. I might be able to do this, but it's a matter of knowing how quick my reactions are when it comes to coming in connection with the traffic. How did I avoid that contact? I will never know. Well, technically I was far enough away from them anyway, but it still shocks me to an extent. That's about as close as I could get to hitting someone without landing. Anyways, final stretch. Just going to floor it with the boost tank and basically drain it. There we go. I win on the interstate loop. And I kind of knew this was going to happen anyway. But yeah, there we go. A perfect race. Just having a look at the start. That's all it is. Yeah, so, second best overall lap time. Of course, that lap time was previously set by me, and also the best overall time because I did not wreck once in this race, which is a good thing. So these are the stats: no crashes and an overall score of 1.5 million, and a total time of 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Another 3 points to me, 2 points to the coupe, and 1 point to the SUV. The pickup is still still pointless at this stage, and we have 2 races to go. Next up is race 3 of 4. You'll be racing at Airport Terminal 1 and 2. Let's go. So we are now halfway through the Winding Road Grand Prix, and where it is raining here at Airport Terminal 1 and 2. I can see rain. I should probably also have some light on before the next event, because that's what's constant right next to me. A few meters across. I should probably add that before I get on with the final race, because if I don't, then well, my voice is basically going to be dead. I think my voice is going to be dead. I'm repeating myself now. So I think now that my issues... I think now that my issues regarding whatever it was my laptop had, I think they seem to be resolved now. Well, for now at least, they seem to be resolved. I am really having a hard time trying to study this map. I knew that was coming. Well, at least I can say I built up enough of the lead to hold on to it. Which does not happen every day. But anyways. I basically knew something like that was going to happen, because I've never driven on this course before. And hopefully I won't make as many mistakes. Oh, okay, so that was the end of lap 1. And now I just have to get through the rest of these 2 circuits, hoping that whatever does happen from here, I do not have too many accidents. I seem to keep forgetting those guardrails are in the centre. Even though we call them armcos in the UK, technically they're called guardrails. It just makes more sense. But still, on normal road courses they are called armco barriers. I almost went straight into the concrete wall there. And doing okay so far, I've never hit. But it doesn't matter because the field behind me also wrecks. Which is a good thing for me at least, because that means I can hold on to my lead. And I somehow set a faster lap time, even though I had just about the same amount of pace as I did on the previous lap. But somehow, that was 200ths faster. 200ths of a second faster than the lap time I set previously. Yes. What's the gap now? Okay, 4.8. I have no doubt in saying the coupe probably will get back up to second, because I think there seems to be a pattern here, where basically wherever the AI normally finish at the first race, they often have a habit of repeating where they finish in the first race for the rest of the championship also. Okay, well, the SUV is still in second at the moment, but at the moment, I am just making sure I thread my way through the field. So, things seems to be going well so far at least. And Heading up to the finish line, checker flag is being thrown, and that is now a hat trick of victories going to the Swords. Which is basically Lincoln's best interpretation of the Ford Mustang. For anyone who wonders what this thing looks like, it's basically Lincoln's best interpretation of the Ford Mustang. You could probably also say the same thing for Mercury as well, but anyways. Moving on. So, best lap time overall and best total time. I also set the record for Big Air as well. So 3 wins in a row, even though I'd never driven this course before until now. 2 crashes, fastest lap of pretty much a 141 and a total score of 843,000. 9 points to me, another 2 to the coupe and 1 to the SUV. Looks as though the pickup is not going to score any points. Anyways, final race, and it takes place at Palm Bay Marina. As I end off the race replay when I hit the concrete wall. Welcome to Palm Bay Marina. Is this Miami I'm seeing, or is it... 3, 2, 1, go! Is this Miami I'm seeing, or is it... I don't remember what that other city's called. And the coupe just overtook me from the outside. Not too surprised really, considering this is another course I've not driven on before until now. This was probably not a good idea, but somehow, even though I'm putting my life on the line here, I'm still in second. And I'm going to use the boost tank to see if that will catch me up to the coupe. Yeah, well, I kind of knew that was coming. I could be thinking of Tampa Bay when I say the other city I... for fuck's sake. That, I can say, was a Daytona style melee. Whilst I was doing whatever it took to try and avoid the bus that was coming towards me. Oh well. At least I can say it doesn't take too long for me to catch back up to the leader. Oh, what do you know? This track has my video outro music. I just noticed that, okay. Up to the lead now. Where the hell is the finish line? It's right on ahead of me. And it's going to take me over 2 minutes to set my first lap. And it looks as though the coupe is not... And it looks as though the coupe is not fucking about anymore. You mean business this time. Anyways, I am back up to the lead once again, as I have been throughout the winding road Grand Prix. And it looks as though from here, like it's going to be another relatively easy win the way I see it. Yo, I got a Burnout. That's nice. as I am storming through the traffic and building myself up to what is looking to be a fairly comfortable lead, also trying to stay out of the traffic whilst I'm here, and power sliding my way into the downtown area. And basically hitting the jet thrusters as I head under these traffic lights. Looks as though it's all gas and goes from here and through the final corner, setting a perfect lap, which is one thing I did not think was going to happen, but somehow I have. Anyways, back to the race. And it looks as though I'm now well clear of the pack behind me at this stage. So, continuing the progression as it currently stands, and also waiting until I get to the closing stages for me to use the boost tank. Yeah, they're just behind me. Oh, fuck. I should have stepped on the brakes. Oh well. I still hold the lead at least, so there's no problem with that. Anyways, haven't got much further in the lap to go. Also don't have much further in the race to go. So I just remembered, I said I was going to have some water before this race, but I just decided for one reason or another I wasn't going to, for whatever reason. But anyways, continuing the momentum, since I am now well clear of second, and it looks as though this is going to be yet another clean sweep, as it was in the previous event, and pouring it on the final stretch, and there we go. The Pacific Gate Grand Prix is now a clean sweep. I am glad to say my laptop was able to capture all of that with no issues. I guess it must have been because the software was needing to be updated, but anyways, the problem is solved for now. Okay, anyways. Not really focusing on clickbait all too much. So, I had the biggest crash, the best total time, and also the best lap time of a 1 minute 47.059. Okay, moving on. So, another clean sweep as I finished first in all 4 races. Now these are the points. I win by a 4-point margin over the coupe. The SUV was third, and then at the back with Milpois it was the pickup. So there we are. Grand Prix 1. You have unlocked Face Off 2 on Airport Terminal 3. You have unlocked the Miracle Mile. Ooh. Sounds miraculous. Pun intended. So, we get Face Off 2 and we now have the Miracle Mile also. Both of these I would like to say are events I will do, but first of all, I need to get back to the crash zones before I get on with those. So, yeah, that's what we're doing next. back to the crash zones.